What up, what up? Happy Monday, boys and girls. Today is February 23rd, 2026. This is episode 115 of Crew Talk Sports, brought to you by Crew Talk Radio. We got Dante here on a beautiful Monday. Big shout out to Ev Vinyls, the only dude that calls in on his day off. You'd love to see it. A big shout out to the UFC fade himself, Gerald. We got Big Dog Dante in after an explosive weekend. A lot of sports going on, a lot to get to, lot to cover, a lot of different sports. Dante, how was your weekend, bud?
Good weekend. Great race on Sunday to watch. Really exciting. Started the day obviously on a banger with Team USA getting the gold. That was awesome. Good weekend overall. Nice weather. Can't complain.
Yeah, it was a W weekend. I was up and at 'em watching the game. I saw Crew Talk was live. That's good. What you like? This is what I'll give you. Like what I thought. First off, incredible. Like I wouldn't say it was 1980 whatever miracle. Like I don't think it was that big because that's when we had like collegiate kids going up.
Right.
I mean, you got Austin Matthews, the Hughes brothers. Then there's some dogs, right? Fucking tight butt cheek type of game. Getting that first goal was absolutely electric.
Yeah.
And then it really did shift. Like, hockey's kind of crazy. It's like, basketball, you consider it going on runs, right?
Yeah.
I would say that the fucking Canadian team like totally took that game over mid-second period, really to the extent of the game. It was tight butt cheeks, man. Then 3-3 overtime, which you obviously know damn there's as stressful as any other fucking sport, minute. So any other overtime, that's for sure. Would have liked them 5-on-5, but I also was telling somebody on X, I'm like, hey, like I think it's actually to our advantage to switch this shit up because I think if we went 5-5 in overtime, I don't like our chances. I think it would have been a matter of time. The McKinnon, McDavid, McCarr line, it's the fastest thing I've ever. Yeah, I mean, like it was a matter of time, bro. Like it was scary.
McDavid was going like so fast that he couldn't even get a shot off because he was in front of the goalie. They were well, and the ice is 3 feet shorter than the NHL.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that.
But yeah, I mean, for Canada, I gotta say, I mean, McKinnon's better than McDavid. I mean, come on, this proved it to me. I'm ready to make that statement. It was crazy watching McKinnon and McCarr against us. We hate to like root against them. McKinnon even said like after the game, a lot of people were upset. He said, judge who was the better team just by watching the game, kind of deal. Like because like you said, Canada, I would say, they did look a little dominant for a while. That 5-on-3 penalty kill was crazy. That was a huge moment for the U.S. I think getting that first goal early was important. And then once we got to overtime, honestly, I was nervous, but that was awesome.
Were you guys live when we scored in overtime?
So we went live just for the third period, and then Ev posted the video of their reaction. I mean, I think us going live for hockey is just a bad deal because every time we do, the other team scores like instantly. So
and it's always overtime.
There's always overtime.
Every time we're watching a game live, it's overtime. Typically, we lose.
Yeah.
So specifically to the Nashville Predators, I think that's happened to us twice. I'm going to need you to rip a live bet on Houston money line right now, too. By the way.
Oh yeah, I was wondering who you had tonight.
Yeah, Houston. But just because, dude, we'll talk college basketball. I was in a conundrum. Houston, I don't think has lost three straight under Sampson, and then the Jayhawks haven't lost fucking twice at home with Bill Self and fucking this and that since like 1989. So I was like, or it's 19 whatever. So I was like, fuck. I went with Houston. I thought they were the better team.
But I saw a crazy stat that Kansas is like 20-0 on Mondays at home, or so.
That's
like
what it was. Yeah, Mondays.
Team. Yeah.
A lot of college basketball to cover. Do you want to finish with the Olympics final medal count?
Yeah, just real quick. So Norway ended up winning 41 medals, 18 gold. We got second with 33 medals, 12 gold. That's the most ever for U.S. in the Winter Olympics. Italy, home country, takes home third with 30, 10 gold. A couple of times, shout out Italy, huh? Good for them.
Yeah.
A couple of notable things I had. I didn't even know about this till I saw it today. Jonas King Clabo, he won 6 gold medals
Yeah.
In skiing, he had the most. So he was like the, I don't know, MVP, whatever you call it. But Norway won, obviously. Avalanche had 6 players bring home medals, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And then I saw the commercials starting already for the World Baseball Classic and then the soccer's World Cup coming on. I love these international games for whatever reason. That something like everyone can get on board with. So those are already firing up here soon too.
Oh yeah, World Baseball Classic. I definitely want to commit resources to for this podcast because it's explosive. It's fun.
Yeah,
It's like I mean, it's gonna be fun as fuck. Like our pitching is finally there. Um, Japan is loaded. Obviously, they're crazy. So I would say Japan, USA,
Puerto
the
Rico,
D,
the
Puerto Rico,
DC.
the DR is
Yeah,
fucking crazy. Mexico's getting better. South Korea's got a little bit of an underrated squad. So it's kind of like hockey where it's going to be Japan and United States typically, but these Latin American country, Venezuela is going to be good.
yeah,
But the cool thing about the World Baseball Classic, I want everybody to tune into Venezuela versus DR, Puerto Rico versus basically anybody because it's high drama. It's high drama. Like
yeah.
they don't like those teams don't like each other. So the Americans, Scooble, Paul Skeens.
Well,
So
apparently
I
Scooble's only going to pitch one pool game, and then he's not even going to stick around. I was when I saw that, I was kind of like, "Come on, bro,"
why did they say why?
because he's in a contract year and doesn't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
I guess I can understand, but at the same time, for a country. The other thing I saw that made me a little upset was the Mike Trout didn't make the team, and they had an injury in the outfield, and he still didn't make it. And people were just saying like he kind of is the most Captain America type figure, deserves it as the veteran, but didn't make the squad. So I don't know. He's getting a little old.
He's been around there for a while. I think they're trying to shift like it over to like
Young guys,
Aaron
yeah,
Judge. Aaron
yeah.
Judge. Um, yeah, no, it's gonna be Paul
I think
Skeens. Like
people just felt bad for him.
we're gonna go as far as Paul
Yes,
Skeens.
it's gonna be all in schemes, which is gonna be cool to watch because we haven't really got to see him in the big picture too much. I mean,
Yes.
playing with the
Yeah.
Pirates, so
Yeah, he's not really in a close game. I mean, do you remember the All-Star game if you watched that? He started it. He went out and threw just was dealing.
yeah,
And nobody could hit it. So I'm expecting more of that. That'll be fun. We can bet on it. I think we bet right away USA to win it, and we potentially just start ripping home runs. Are you
yeah.
excited? The home run
The home run
parlays are
parlay is
back.
back. Yes,
Yes, yeah. And then real quick, another sport, soccer World Cup. Chilla Betts has got you. I'm gonna do something for the World Cup. I know these teams better than they know themselves. The smaller teams as well. So we'll be good there. Right now, I'm not seeing a team that's really gonna put Spain on the hot seat. I could tell you a team that I don't want anybody to bet is England. Everybody always bets it. It's coming home. That's what they say. It's never coming home. Mexico, by the way, we're what 6 weeks out of the World Cup, or less than 6 weeks out. God knows what's going on down there, dude. They're like the cartel
I
shit's going
know.
on,
Yeah,
but you got Mexico, United States, Canada, USA. I think is the best of the bunch out of them, but not that good. They could be moving the Guadalajara World Cup matches to the United States just because of what's going on. Um, Monterrey, Mexico City are two different cities that they're kind of keeping the eyes out. But it sucks, man. It sucks because like Mexico soccer, man, is fucking nuts. I went to an international game with that vinyls out here. It was Mexico versus Canada. Absolute scenes. They're throwing piss. They're
it's
just they take it so
different
fucking
level.
serious. It is. It's unlike anything I've ever been to.
Who's the host
So
country this year?
there's three of them: United States,
Okay.
Mexico, and Canada. So it's like the North American Cup,
Oh,
right,
okay,
or
I got
World
you.
Cup. So I think the closest game for us is going to be St. Louis. I'm already hearing like different countries are like Netherlands, for example. They're flying. They're like telling the Netherlands fans like St. Louis. That's going to be the hub city. So it's going to be fucking sick. I'm going to try to find some sort of tickets. I'm thinking LA might be the best bet, but I saw tickets are going for like 1,400. So yeah.
I saw something too about because we're hosting Summer Olympics and you can already start you need to start getting on tickets for those too because it's like a raffle system for the
Are
Olympics.
they in Los Angeles or where are they?
Yeah, a lot of games are gonna be played. They're in Los Angeles, so a lot of games will be played in LA or some of the other stadiums out there. But you can get a raffle, and apparently, if you get this raffle, your ticket's only $50 compared to having to buy it like on the aftermarket.
Nice. I don't know what I would watch for the Olympics, the Summer Olympics. What would be something
Well,
that
I'm
like that?
talking the soccer, right?
Oh, for the World Cup.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you talking the Summer Olympics? Yeah,
Summer Olympics.
yeah, different from the World Cups. The World Cup stakes are so much higher. The Olympics for soccer, like they don't. I mean, they don't take it as serious. The World Cup, everybody takes it serious. So initial teams to watch: Spain, Brazil, Argentina. Messi's gonna. This is his last World Cup. I'm pretty sure Portugal's gonna send Ronaldo out there. So keep your eyes peeled for those two.
Nice.
I just think Spain. They're so young. They won the Euros. So like, if I was a betting man, I'd be riding Spain. United States, I don't think they can make it out of like the quarters. I don't think you'll see like
Can we win a
Mexico
game?
make it out of the quarters. If the United States makes it out of the group stage, it's a dub. It's a big win. But I don't think like we're decisively better than like Mexico or decisively better than Canada. I don't think so. I think we are better, but I don't think we're that much better. So yeah, definitely France is loaded. They're loaded. They got one of the, yeah, I mean, they got the best player in the world, in my opinion, Mbappe. They got loaded talent. You know, it's like Brazil, too. Like, there's so much talent. Like, the third fucking string winger or defenseman or midfielder is arguably better than anybody else on the United States. You know, France is deadly. Mbappe, yeah, it could be interesting. I don't think they're as dominant. Spain is just a little bit younger, so they got more dogs too.
Here's my only old man take. When these boys were out there, I want them wearing their colors of their country. I hate when like they're wearing just all black and you can't tell what country's playing what country. That's my only gripe. Just like Mexico always wears the black jerseys, you know? And
Yeah.
some of these countries, they wear a jersey that's completely opposite of their country's colors. You're like, what are we doing here?
Well, they each have three. They have a home, they have an away, and they have a third alternate kit.
I don't need
and
a
it's
third.
every year. Every year. So what happens is they got to make fucking 30 jerseys in fucking
Right, they run
5
out of
years,
options.
you know? Like, yeah, 5 years, they literally have to make 15 jerseys. So Mexico did like this pink purple jersey like a couple years ago, and it was like, what the fuck is that? I'm a guy that has a lot of different soccer kits too. I'm actually wearing one. This is Paris Saint-Germain, PSG. This is like my squad out in Europe besides Liverpool. So yeah, I love collecting soccer kits. So we'll definitely keep eyes on.
How's the USA 26 one looking? Have we seen
I
it
think
yet?
pretty mediocre. I have a USA scarf and jersey. I don't
Ooh.
think the kit fits me anymore.
Ooh, I do
So I
not
might
like
be in the
this.
market. Let me see you pulling it up. Oh, big shout out to Houston, by the way. They haven't scored since we started. We've been on for 15 minutes.
It looks like it's like
Fucking
the flag waving with the red and white stripes.
pull it up. Jamie, pull that up. And then pull up your fucking buzzball too, because the buzzball bet of the weekend, unfortunately, does not go Dante's way. Here come the jerseys. Yeah. Yeah, see, those are the home and aways. I don't mind those. I don't mind them.
Could be worse, right? At
Yeah,
least they're
that
not
could also be
purple.
next year's. That could also be next year's. So it's hard because they leak all the time. They're like
Right.
fucking yeah, they're like fights, like boxing fights. It's like, oh, this is leaked reportedly for this. So I feel like soccer kits too. You could legitimately drop like $150 a year. I don't get jerseys on the back. That's my news for soccer people, just because they're just they there's too many teams they play on. Ronaldo's on like his eighth team. So
Who's your favorite player?
right now,
Yeah.
Dembele.
All right.
He plays for France.
I'll do some research, find a squad. I'll start getting
Dembele,
to it.
France. Pick an African team. Sadio Mane. Senegal is like a good little underrated team. They just won the AFCON. Egypt has Mo Salah. I would probably
Are
say
the
Mo
pools all
Salah.
that out yet?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The groups.
Yeah.
Yeah, groups. I'll tell you, team not to root for is England. Don't root for
What about
England. They
Italy?
always fuck up. Italy hasn't made it yet.
All right.
Has Italy made it yet? I don't know.
Disappointing.
But Italy's fine. They just they didn't make the last World Cup, so they kind of pissed me off. But
Yeah.
like, you'll never go wrong rooting for Mexico. I'm telling you, Mexico is you got a little Mexican in you too, so you cannot definitely root for Mexico. It's explosive. Being a Mexico fan, I remember big shout out to my last job. A lot of Hispanics working there, right? A lot of Mexicans. So I don't know what the way the World Cup worked, but like they played Germany and probably Mexico's greatest game in the last fucking 50 years. They end up beating Germany 1-0. Uh, everybody called into work the next day. Like we had to like shut down routes. Like we were calling customers like, hey, we don't have any staff members because they went ape shit on a Tuesday and they watched it and it was the craziest game and none of them came into work. And I didn't even blame them. I was like, it was amazing. So I think that was 2 World Cups ago, so that was 8 years ago, and it was fucking scenes. Like they didn't even know what to do. They beat Germany, who won the World Cup 12 years ago. So every
Right.
4 years, World Cup.
Right.
Anyways, let's get that buzzball out, Dante. So Chillo bets Jordan, Ev Vinyls, and Gerald win. We technically all kind of bet together, so I feel bad for you because you were the one person that veered off to the side. Um, you know,
Blind bet.
yeah, blind bet. Also, real quick before you slam me, Buzzball, a lot of people are saying that Reese won that fight. It was definitely. I watched rounds 2 and 3. I thought Pereira won it personally, but yeah. So Jordan's telling you that you're walking fade, which
Hey,
we
we'll get into it. My NASCAR did good. It was a good weekend. I shout out my buddy Steven, UFC. I text him for a lock. That's what he gives me, plus money. And it sounds like it was a good pick. Maybe I got screwed over.
uh I had Michael Pereira winning, and I told you that. Literally wrote it down as one of my bets. So you go ahead and slam, and I can talk about the UFC, and then I'll get into
Bullshit.
get into boxing. Yeah, Slammy Buzzball. This is 2 weeks in a row. Dante's lost the Buzzball bet of the weekend. The homie is a fade. He's a walking fade. Rant of the week. No more betting Dante's fucking bets. Okay, real quick. I'm gonna summarize these quickly. UFC. Overall, decent card out in Houston. Sean Strickland wins. He destroys Fluffy Hernandez, knocks him out. Fluffy on an 8 fight winning streak. Strickland just stood behind his jab the whole entire time. I don't personally like Strickland. He was plus 200. That was more so of like a legacy or like a guy who's fought champs, used his stuck behind his jab, didn't let Fluffy get close. There's levels to this shit. I think that's why Strickland had the advantage. The other cards, Medic. This guy's name is Medic. He's like his nickname's the Doctor. Knock the fuck out of Jeff Neal.
I
Jeff
did
Neal,
see that knockout.
he might be on the bet against list. I got to text Gerald and be like, text me the next time Jeff Neal's fights because he got absolutely clobbered, dude. Michael Pereira won, sneaky decision. Spivak won, barely. That was Ev and Gerald's bet. That was a fucking boring.
See, they shouldn't be able to do the same bet too.
Well, switching over, I didn't really see any other UFC fights. I was watching it late, but yeah, I hate Sean Strickland. I could potentially see him and Chimaev though being an interesting fight because Chimaev, Strickland was already calling him quote unquote. This was not me, a goat fucker. So there's already drama between them two. They used to spar against each other. They don't like each other. So like, ideally, you could put it at the White House. I don't think they will because Chimaev is a dog and he's a beast and he could bully Strickland because Strickland lost to BDP and Chimaev won probably every second against that fight against BDP. So I think that's why Dana White will be like, no.
I definitely think these White House fights are going to be more for the entertainment and like, oh, this guy, people like him, not really like the best of the best.
They don't want like a.
They need people that are going to go in and just act cool, not say crazy shit.
They don't want an Eastern Bloc guy coming in wrestling and beating an American. Let's just call it a fact, right? So the boxing card was crazy. The prelims were decent. Gary Russell Jr. won by decision. He didn't look good. These are all people that potentially want to fight Gervonta Davis. Frank Martin, he didn't look good either. Ryan Garcia came out looking like an absolute fucking beast, bro. I was sweating my bet. Remember, me and Jordan, I had it anybody winning by the unanimous decision. Jordan had Ryan Garcia winning by decision. The first 20 seconds, dude, Ryan Garcia, whop, overhand right, knocks fucking Barrios, who's a tough cat, knocks him down. I was like, what the fuck's going on? So Ryan Garcia is known for his left hook, really fast hands. His check left is like one of the best fucking punches in boxing. The dude came out throwing overhand rights, and Barrios looked underprepared. And the corner for Barrios is like, no, we knew that Ryan Garcia doesn't throw the right, so we practiced it. They didn't practice it enough. Garcia won all 12 rounds. I thought it was more impressive than a knockout. The Shakur Stevenson potentially. I want to see him versus Devin Haney again, just because I don't like Devin Haney. I mean, Shakur Stevenson's fine too. He's just not entertaining, in my opinion. Ryan Garcia is probably the biggest draw in that division, just because, for one, you don't know who's going to show up. Is he going to be coked out, drunk? You don't know. Like he was against Devin Haney, he's going to be on steroids. You don't know. So he's like the biggest draw because he's inconsistent. Sticking with boxing, Mayweather Pacquiao 2, September 2026 at the Sphere. Out of 10, Dante, how excited are you to watch these two old timers?
Last fight I remember I watched with you, and it was the most disappointing thing I've ever seen. And I think they waited the appropriate amount of time to run it back to where it's like, all right, I'll give it a go. It's on Netflix. Everyone's going to watch, just like when one of the Paul brother fights. We all watch. It's going to be a stupid fight. We're all going to bitch after, and it's going to somehow be rigged. And whatever way we bet, we'll lose.
So out of 10 for me, this is about a 2 out of 10. I would be really more advantageous going to see Hopper or Goat with Luciana or any other movie that's out. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this shit. I think this is like that YouTube boxing type shit. It's irritating to me. If there's a UFC card, I'd rather watch it. I don't give a fuck who's on it. Let's go ahead and get into your NASCAR back-to-back weekends where Bubba Wallace fucks me. Tyler Reddick wins back-to-back. Speaking of back-to-backs, I don't know how often that's 6th time in NASCAR to win the first 2 races of the year.
Yep.
So he's probably the favorite to win the FedEx Cup, I'd imagine. Multiple big wrecks, Kyle Busch. Well, I'll just pass this off to you. Talk about the big summary of what happened, and then you can talk about your bozo bets.
Yeah, really entertaining race. This is another like high-speed track where all the cars are really close together. So a lot of wrecks, which again, crapshoot on who's going to win. Reddick, we should have known, right? Obviously, he's good at these tracks last week, but he actually got in an accident, and he was missing the right fender of his car, and it somehow made him faster, which is crazy. Hocevar, I had money on him, money line. He was in it.
When? How many laps were left? Oh, right away. So let me ask you real quick. The people want to know: are you just gonna bet Kyle Busch every weekend?
I was literally about to say, no. This is my logic. I bet Kyle Busch at these 2 tracks because it's the only chance he has all year of winning. I'm not betting Kyle Busch. Like I said, the rest of the season will be like more surgical picks. These are just grab out of the bag.
Let me write this down. You pinky promise you're not betting Kyle Busch for the whole week? Because people are saying, well, he doesn't know NASCAR. He just bets Kyle Busch every weekend.
Unless it's a drafting track, can't bet him.
I think he sucks. I don't remember ever Kyle Busch winning.
He got the most wins all time in NASCAR, but he might be washed.
Larson wrecked.
William Byron no wrecked. IQ. Byron. I mean, it was good, but I did hit on a couple bets. I had 3 of my 4 top 10 bets hit, so we'll take that. Overall,
who was that?
I had Chastain, Bubba, and Reddick. So I was on Reddick. He was plus money to finish in the top 10. So I had him on that. Bubba obviously is good at these tracks. Bubba could have won. Chastain was like 4th. My other one I had was Kyle Busch. So he's screwed.
So I've been betting $5 a racer, and I bet 5 racers. And it's been 2 weeks, so I'm down $50.
That's okay.
In NASCAR.
Next week, we got a lock. SVG.
I called you. Remember when I called you? Yeah, but what's the odds? He's probably minus fucking 110.
Yeah, but let's find a golfer, Well, we got to.
They haven't won a golf.
So yet. SVG, they're racing at COTA, which is the F1 track. It's in Austin, Texas. So road course. His teammate, the rookie, Connor Zilic, remember I told you guys about him, also super good at road courses. So they're the 2 to watch, but this track they're racing at, SVJ's never won at. He finished like 20th and then 6th.
Isn't Reddick pretty good at fucking...
Reddick has never finished outside the top 5 at this track.
Oh, fuck.
So 3 in a row is in... Yeah.
Yeah, we might as well just be bumped.
So it's gonna be a good one this weekend, but
well, I can't wait because so wait, you ended up winning bets, so you don't have to worry about slamming the big buzz ball. You are now off the hook.
I won. And by the way, this weekend I also bet Kyle Busch to win the truck race, and he did win.
That didn't count. By the way, you were 0-12. You were not 0-10. So if you would have lost your 7 bets this weekend, I know you got off the hook. You would have been at 0-19. I just
Well,
want to let you know.
if
So you are right now. You only won 3 bets, 3 out of 4. So you're 3-19. So 3 out of 19.
I'll get the unit tracker going though, because
Yep. Let's get the unit tracker going. Bubba Wallace is due. I will be stubborn as a mule, betting him every except this weekend.
don't
I'm
bet
not
him at
betting
the
him
road
again this year.
course.
Yeah, no. So college basketball, we talked about Houston and Kansas. Kansas is blowing out Houston right now. Houston falls too to Arizona. Arizona went in. They did what they've been doing all year. I think the most impressive win of the weekend, besides Michigan State over Ohio State. Just kidding. They didn't even cover the spread uh, at home. But Duke upsetting Michigan. This was also at a neutral course. This was a neutral course. Look at that. Neutral site. I think this was fun that they did it this way. It was in Washington, D.C., where the Wizards play. I think they should do more of this shit. They do
You
it
like
really
it?
early in the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of gets them more prepared for like Final Four atmosphere. These are two teams. I was on Michigan. I could not believe they lost. Dude, Cameron Boozer 100% solidified that he's the number one player in the nation. Whether he'll be number one pick, that's different, right? Speaking of potential number one pick, BYU upsets Iowa State. So it's so hard to pick these fucking winners, dude, because like there was a parlay that I would have bet, right? It literally would. I think I told you guys Michigan, Houston, Iowa State. Kansas, I would have thrown Kansas in there. I did have Tennessee over Vandy, Bama, Florida, Texas Tech. I would have kept them out. JT Toppin's out, but yeah, I think I would have lost 50% of these fucking things. I've been doing better with my Twitter picks, by the way. Just staying away from these big games, just because it's too hard, dude. It's too hard. Look at the most inconsistent. That's just inconsistent, dude. You want to talk inconsistent? Iowa State. They lose to TCU. They lose to BYU. BYU is potentially the most inconsistent team I've ever seen. Kansas is up there. Is Darren Peterson? What is he even doing? Vanderbilt and Tennessee. That was in Vandy. The most consistent team right now, dude, in my opinion, is Florida. They're obliterating teams.
You got to put Arizona up there too.
Yeah, but they just lost 2 games in a row last week.
I know, but they've been good all year.
Yes. I mean, so right now Duke is 1, Arizona's 2, Michigan's 3, Houston. Are they 4 or 5? I think they dropped. Oh, UConn's 4. They barely sneaked a dub too. They lost to Creighton. So right now, Houston is not looking like a good pick. They're looking like they get into offensive stalls, meaning like they don't score for fucking 10 minutes. You're seeing it tonight too at Allen Fieldhouse. Kansas is taking care of business. My Sparty wins against Ohio State. Wisconsin takes care of business against Iowa. I'm worried about my Houston future. I think now's the time where you need to start rolling. Now the Big 12 is like the
Yeah,
Big
I mean
12.
Arizona
Dude.
beat
It's tough.
Houston in Houston, so that's a
Yeah.
good win.
Yeah, for Arizona backers, yes. Arizona don't shoot the 3 ball though. That's
Yes,
one thing that you need
one of the
to watch
lowest
out
percentages. I'm
for. It's
thinking
like
tournament time. We just bet the under on them.
I think Arizona's like bottom 3%
Yeah,
in the nation. Like they do not shoot threes. They're effectively, which is funny because Michigan State's right down there with them too. They don't effectively shoot the 3 either. So it's interesting. And then you go watch Alabama or Florida, they're just chucking up threes. So interesting. Right now, Duke's 1. I don't think they're the best team in the nation. I don't know. Are they? Sure. I'm open for suggestions, dude. I mean, like
Duke proved a
I
lot
would
to
say,
me this weekend.
yeah, yeah.
That's a big win.
Cameron Boozer really looked good. He's a fucking. I like how he's kind of got the Jokic in him. He's a maximum effort. He's looking for assists. He makes the smart plays when you need him to. Duke, in my opinion, talking March Madness here, is a team that I'm looking to fade in the Elite Eight just because they don't have the experience, you know? So, like, if you give me like an example would be like
Purdue
Iowa
veteran
State.
team.
If Iowa State was the 2 seed, Purdue's a 3 seed or 4 seed, Sparty even as a 4 seed, I would probably lean that way just because they got a little bit more experience. Now the Sparty pick is 100% biased because we already lost to Duke this year. We got big games for Sparty though. Michigan State at Purdue. My God, Purdue needs a win for the Big Ten standings. We also had the Michigan game doesn't count, but Michigan's kind of running away with the Big Ten. Sparty's still hanging in there. The loser of this will be out for the outright. I don't like that for Sparty. That could get out of hand, honestly, in my opinion. UConn versus St. John's. I'm going to be betting UConn because St. John's, which, by the way, are one of the hottest teams in the nation as well. This game's at UConn.
Yeah.
They're pissed that they lost at the Garden. If they hadn't have lost to Creighton, it would have been their last loss, was at St. John's. I'm expecting Dan Hurley to have the boys fired up. UConn, they want to take care of business to win the Big East.
Yeah. Did you see the parlay I sent over on Saturday, my basketball one?
Yes.
Went 7 of 8.
Who lost?
So I had CU. They beat Oklahoma State. Wyoming.
I saw that.
Upset Grand Canyon. Yeah,
they won. Yeah,
they did win. Tennessee over Vandy. That was a great game. I had Arizona, Arkansas. I'm big on Arkansas. I just think they'll be a good tournament time team.
Elite point guard.
UConn, Alabama.
Yeah, check.
Michigan.
And I would have bet Michigan.
That's why I picked Michigan, because I was going to pick Duke, and I was like, Dom's been really on Michigan. So I bet him.
I was surprised with that game, man. It was definitely a close game.
But game to watch, yeah.
It was definitely back and forth. That's what,
I don't know if I like this neutral site stuff. I don't mind big teams playing out of conference this time of year, but I feel like the beginning of the season's for this neutral play stuff. Second half of the season needs to be at home.
Well, I think it'll be an advantage. I just told you I'm going to fade Duke, but I think that gives them a little bit more confidence. It gives Michigan kind of like this is what we're going to be dealing with.
Right.
Huge win for Duke. They deserve to be one. They're number one. Let's move on to NFL. Breaking news. RIP Rondell Moore. This was sad. Saw Matt Crosby talking about it. I saw a couple other players coming out. This is just basically like check in on your people, man.
Yeah, definitely.
It's sad. Way too young. It's super shitty. I saw this. It just makes you sad, man. You never know what people are going through. So, that sucks. That's kind of a kick in the nuts this weekend. Falcons to franchise tag Kyle Pitts. I feel like that's a smart move for them.
Yeah.
Franchise that doesn't make smart decisions. Is he going to take it, though? Because, a lot of motherfuckers get mad when they get franchise tag.
I mean, I feel like for a tight end, what he'll be making on that franchise tag is pretty good. So I think it's going to be $15 million. I mean, if you were him, would you take it? I'd take the 1 year $15 million. Either prove it or, hey, at least I got $15 million. So, because has he done enough to get a huge contract? He had that one really, really good game.
No, but it's potential. It's the potential. Yeah. He's athletically gifted. Like, people watch him run routes and shit, and they're like, yeah.
And it's easy to blame Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix.
Kirko bangs. Yes. Cowboys re-signed Javonte Williams 3-year deal. Get him off the free agent board. I didn't want him anyways. I told you I would have jumped off a bridge if we would have signed him back. 3 years, $16 million guaranteed. I'm interested to see what they do with Pickens. I think they might throw a franchise tag on him.
Yeah, they're definitely throwing a franchise tag on Pickens. And they said they want him back, too. They want to re-sign him, not just a trade situation.
Mm-hmm. Cowboys released Logan Wilson. He was the one that they traded the Bengals for. I don't even know. Shout out to Evan for his squad. Chargers hire Adam Gase as pass game specialist. Max McCaffrey is running back coach. Adam Gase, did he not take a little bit of time away from the NFL?
He hasn't coached. It's been over 5 years. I think it's been 9 years. Something crazy like that. It's been a long time.
His eyeballs were sticking out and people thought he was on blow coaching the Jets.
Yeah.
Rams hire wide receiver, a Super Bowl champion. Robert Woods is an assistant coach, officially named Cliff Kingsbury as assistant head coach.
Dude, that
offense is going to be scary. Yes.
Scary.
I'm taking Puka Nacua top 4. I don't care what anybody says.
Yes.
Chicago Bears in advance talk to build new stadium in Northwest Indiana. I did hear about this. What the fuck is going on?
How would you feel if you had to drive to Wyoming to watch the Broncos? That's what this is. It just makes no sense.
I don't get it either, dude. They can't do this, dude. I think they do this to try to put pressure on like the city and the taxpayers.
Well, they've been doing this. They've been doing the pressure phase of things for the last 2 or 3 years. This is like Chicago's just like, we're not doing it. So they've like tried these suburbs outside Chicago. And then in this deal, Indiana's like, oh, we'll like pay for the state. Like Indiana's like, we
Yeah.
won't even make money off of this, but we'll make it up in the revenue from the travel. So
Yeah.
they're getting
I
them a
think
killer deal.
long story short here, you scumbag owners make so fucking much money. Build the stadium. You're the ones profiting off of it.
Yeah.
You
But
know, fuck
again,
you
so lucky
guys.
to have the best owners in the NFL. The Broncos are.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. 100%. Patriots release running back Antonio Gibson. Shut up, Bonkers Bronco, our boy. Vet minimum, Dante?
Be honest, did you know he was on the Patriots? I put it on there because when I saw it, I was like, didn't even know. And he's a good running back. Was.
He was okay for the Redskins,
Yeah.
the Commanders back in the day, and that was fucking years ago. NFL debating on allowing replay officials to throw flags for certain penalties.
I hate
What does
this.
this mean? What does that
So,
mean?
you know how like there's the officials in the booth where if they see something they can go review it. Like if they call it a catch, sometimes the booth's like, oh, hold on, we're gonna look at this. Well, now those people can throw flags if they're like, oh, you missed this roughing the passer, we're gonna call it for you. I hate it. I hate it.
I don't like that at all either. I think that's stupid. Talk about slowing down the game. Strange but true. This to me was not at all surprising. It's going to sound surprising. Brown's entire offensive line set to be free agents. You got
They
Cam
have
Robinson, good left tackle.
yeah,
Joel Batonio, good guard.
yeah,
Ethan Pokic, I don't know enough about him. Wyatt Teller,
average.
Jack Conklin. Uh,
White Teller
what
and
the
Jack
fuck
Conklin
are
are
they
good
doing?
though. I mean, those they have four decent. Like I don't know what the Browns are doing.
Could be worse,
Yeah, it
right?
could be worse. Like I don't know. They are in trouble. They're also I saw they're looking at Ty Simpson and Malik Willis. Malik Willis was named the number one free agent by ESPN. So you have Shador, you have I mean they have Deshaun Watson technically. You draft Dylan Gabriel ahead of Shador, and here you are looking at Malik Willis, who that's a big commitment for a guy that had a few good games, and then Ty
Yeah,
Simpson, another early round pick on a quarterback.
I don't know why people are so high on Malik Willis, to be honest with you.
I
I don't
saw
think
Miami's a target for him back with his OC,
yeah.
or DC.
I don't I don't necessarily know what the hype is on him. Is he better than Tua? Sure. Is he better than Shadur? Potentially. The Browns are broken, man. How in the fucking world are all five of the offense linemen set to be free agents? And like your team isn't necessarily like it's not like they have dogs at other position. You have Myles Garrett. Like
I
really,
think they
like
might
where's
be
your money
going
being
tank
spent?
mode. That's why they hired Todd Monken. They just like, all right, we're just gonna hire this old coach. We don't have to pay him that much. Let him burn this thing down, and we'll just tank. They'll just like let Shador play, and you know how that'll go. He'll have
Hey,
like with no weapon, no.
Shadur won us some money last year.
No, I'm saying with no, they'll have no weapons, no O line. Like they'll just set him up to fail. So
Yeah. Yeah. Some Bronco news here. We've hired Morton as pass game specialist, former Lions offensive coordinator. Kyle Kempt as an offensive assistant. He was Drake University's offensive coordinator last season. Was quarterback and teammates with David Montgomery at Iowa State. So that's what you're thinking, huh?
a former Lion coach, and then David Montgomery's quarterback in college. I could that definitely fits the Sean Payton. Like he got Mark Ingram. They've always have like they have their like scat back
Mm-hmm.
Harvey, and then you get your big bulldozer back David Montgomery. I mean, do I want it? I can't say it like it would be like, ooh, that's exciting. Montgomery's I feel like underrated, you know, but at the same time, it's like I need more of a catchier name. The other one I saw is ETN, Travis Etienne high list. Now here I was like, okay, if you bring in ETN and then you get Montgomery, now I'm excited because ETN, he's great out of the backfield, great pass catcher. Then you
Yeah.
get Montgomery, now I'm excited.
I feel like I would like Montgomery. It would be an upgrade. I would kind of like Algier. Obviously, Brees Hall and then Kenneth Walker, right foot, left
Oh
foot, giving them both up,
yes,
you
yes.
know. But that's interesting. I thought he was still under contract, so that would have to be a trade.
Montgomery,
Yeah,
not sure.
not sure. Broncos meet with former Vikings head coach Mike Zimmer. What's this about?
Talks of bringing him in as a defensive specialist because they have Vance obviously, but he might be gone for this year. And then they lost Jim Leonard, so kind of replacing that role.
Zimmer's old ass looks so cold, like in cold games, bro. Last time I saw him,
Put him in the
I can't
booth.
I can't even
Put him
remember
in the
what fucking
box. His
game it was,
cheeks
dude.
are like red as
He was all fucking like, I think it was when that dickhead missed it.
bro. That was the one. It was the coldest game with it versus the
Yeah,
Packers. Or
yeah,
yeah, was that who I was against?
the Seahawks.
Seahawks. Yeah, Seahawks in the playoffs.
Yeah, when the kicker missed like a 24-yarder,
Yes, Blair
and he's
Walsh.
like, Blair Walsh. Yeah, NFL Combine starts this week. Are you watching it? You type of guy
No,
that likes watching it?
careless.
Yeah, you'll hear stats about it, and you'll hear a bunch of people, talking about too much shit that they don't know about. Let's talk blind resume here. Player A. Is this list this year, last year?
Just read the. Yeah, this is their last year in college.
Last year in college. 2,980 yards, 71 completion percentage, 33 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Player B, 4,134 yards, 74% completion percentage, 37 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Are these people coming out for the draft?
So one is in the NFL right now, and one is coming out for the draft.
Bo Nix
And
and player A is Ty Simpson.
wrong on both. Player
Fuck.
A, Fernando Mendoza. Player
Yep.
B, Shador Sanders.
Just a random fact.
I was just, dude.
Yeah, but Mendoza's a dog, and I'm pretty sure the Raiders have already like told him to start looking for a house.
That's what I'm saying though.
That's what I've recently heard.
With the Browns, though, I'm saying they already have Shador, and they're looking at Ty Simpson, and Shador had better stats his last year than Mendoza did.
Yeah, but Shador has this complex of running backwards. And
I saw on Twitter today. I was like, this account's definitely engaged farming. But I just figured, I figured you'd know who it was.
No, I didn't. No. Do you have a UFL team you'll be watching? I do. The Battlehawks, bro. I got into. I think this was like peak COVID, prior to COVID, right before it. We actually started committing to the Battlehawks. They had to throw in Samoan. The real ones will remember it. They had a safety that actually got drafted in the NFL. So I'm a Battlehawks fan. That's my squad. Don't know anything about him. I know they had AJ McCarron. I don't know if he's still there.
Okay, so that's my new favorite team, and I liked the Battlehawks. I didn't really ever pick a team, but I liked AJ McCarron. Well, he's the head coach now for the Birmingham Stallions, so they're going to be my favorite team this year. I'm going to
So you're bouncing back. Okay,
yeah.
So buzzball bet. I bet my team goes further than your team.
Okay, okay. We all need to pick a team. We'll make Evan Gerald pick a team.
Yeah, we'll make him pick a team. College football news. Feeling old Gunnar Rivers, son of a Philip Rivers, commits to NC State. So the son of Philip Rivers,
yes,
Gunnar Rivers, commits to NC State.
Where Philip Rivers played. Yeah.
That's where Philip Rivers played. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. North Dakota State moves up to Mountain West. I did see this. Sacramento State moves up to the MAC. Shout out to North Dakota State for doing it. Yeah. They should have done it a while ago. I like this. I don't know how they'll do the first couple years, but I expect them to get it figured out quickly.
Well, and we got to remember this year there's the restructure, so a lot of teams are leaving the Mountain West. So they needed North Dakota State really bad. They'll come in and compete, but they have that stupid bowl ban. When you move up, you can't play in any bowl games or postseason games for 2 years. Apparently, they're going to try and protest that. There was a lot of behind the scenes issues with them moving up as far as like money to other sports. You got to have equal men's and women's sport, things like that. But another thing is they don't own their stadium. They just like play at the Fargo Dome, which the city owns, and it's not really big. So there was some concerns, but they made it work. I don't know. I know my friend Buzz. He's in Fargo.
Mm-hmm.
He loves it. They were so upset that they were not in the FBI, especially with the transfer portal, things like that. They feel like they can compete better. The thing is that which I understand where they're coming from, is like, listen, we could win. We can go undefeated in the Mountain West. Not that crazy to think, and then we're in the playoff. So they legit think they have a chance to compete at the playoff, which I'm like, all right, well, I got a team in the Mountain West in Wyoming, and they're not competing for any playoffs. So let's see what happens. Sacramento State, they're moving up, and they committed, they made the promise for all this money. in revenue, and then after the deal was done, the guy that did the uh, research, he was like, "Oh, I overestimated my bid. You guys are actually going to make $600 million less than I anticipated by moving up. So they're screwed."
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I was just had a random memory of the Mountain West game with your Wyoming Cowboys. Uh, when they fucked around and put in that other quarterback who was worse than the other quarterback,
They do that.
and then I think they had like 11 yards passing the whole game,
They
and you were
yes.
up there watching it, and you were like, "Bro, fuck." Yeah, random fact. One of the
Imagine when
worst
it's
offenses
Wyoming
I've ever
versus
had to
North
watch.
Dakota State. There might be 1,000 rush attempts.
Yes. Viral pizza question. Last thing here before we got to wrap this up. I saw this and I thought about this. Viral pizza question. If you invite 7 buddies over to watch a game, like let's say the Super Bowl, how many pizzas do you order? So I got some bigger friends, right? I will say that. I got a couple individuals that will eat a pizza by themselves. Not even a surprise. I gotta think minimum 10 here.
Wow.
Minimum 10 because I love cold pizza.
What are we talking? Like large pizzas?
No. 6.99 mediums from Pizza Hut.
Okay, from like Domino's.
Pizza Hut has 6.99 mediums. Yeah. Large, I'll probably do 5 larges. That's probably good. 10 mediums, 6.99. I also like different varieties. You got to get a lot of different varieties, right? So the 6.99 deal, you have to pick in pairs. That's why I was thinking about it. You got to do pepperoni. You got to do a cheese for those people who are weird. I'm a Hawaiian pizza guy. Fuck you guys. Throw some Hawaiian, so Canadian bacon and pineapple on a couple of those bitches. Throw a supreme, and then there's probably like a vegan one that you got to get for those people too. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, interesting. I went like the other route, and I was like, I'm thinking like 4 extra large pizzas. I want like less boxes, less options. So, like
Yes.
whatever it depends. Like some people have like the large, that's really a medium. So it depends on the size. But I was thinking at least like 2 people will split a pizza.
Yeah, I guess 10 might be
But the
egregious. I
mediums, I
do
see what
like
you're
cold
talking
pizza.
about.
Yeah, I just recently ordered for work some Pizza Hut, and it was 6.99, but you got to pick 2 of them. So I
And
ended up getting like 4 pizzas, and it was
when I
fucking
do my
15.
estimate, I'm getting breadsticks, salad, probably some wings. We're not getting just pizza. So
Oh, I thought you were just talking pizza.
I think that's what the question is, if it's just pizza, but
Yeah, just pizza.
it's hard to get just pizza.
Kansas absolutely obliterates Houston. Houston not going to be a favorite if they're a 3 seed. I will
Kansas,
say.
couple good games down the stretch.
Kansas is inconsistent as Iowa State. Big 12 though is the best conference in football. Um, Lastly, see you put a note here. You watching the show on Netflix?
Yeah, it's a movie I watched over the weekend. It's like fall or the fall. Have you seen the trailer for it?
No.
It's I won't give too many spoilers, but basically it's kind of like the climbing. It's a movie about these 2 girls that climb up a tower and uh get stuck. I don't want to spoil it, but it's crazy. If you
Um,
don't like heights, it'll make you nauseous.
Speaking of Netflix, what was it? The night of the Justin Gaethje fight in the UFC, there was that show. It was live with that dude climbing that
Yeah,
tower in Taiwan.
yeah. I watched that.
Free solo shit or whatever. Yeah, it
It
took him
was
like 2
crazy.
hours to come up there, right? Or an hour?
It was
Less than two
crazy, and
hours.
he was just like literally up the side of the building, free solo, no ropes, nothing.
Yeah.
It was crazy,
Yeah. Only
madman.
thing right now I'm trying to finish binge watch on Netflix is Alone, which
But yeah, I like
you
Alone.
ever seen the
I love
show? So
Alone
for those of you, yeah, Alone's great. It's goated. They dropped these poor bastards off in Alaska. Just watch the fat guy poke himself
with the
with his
beard.
arrow. Yep. And I always root for the fat guys because they have enough meat. The one thing that kind of pisses me off about this series, bro, and I think they should throw some more food at them or make it easier because there was this fat Mexican that went on there and he just basically starved himself and he only drank water and he was just basically didn't leave his little hut. He was like, I cannot burn any calories. I'll starve myself. My body eventually will be okay. And he just outlasted everybody. Like, I personally like when they're like surviving. I've yet to see, and I think it's a season what, fucking 6?
Oh, at
Seven,
least, yeah, yeah.
right? None of these motherfuckers really thrive out there. Like, I want to see somebody go out there and be like, yeah, I can just live out here. I will survive this. You know, like,
I think
give me like get a couple like, fucking, give me an Eskimo up there, bud. I want to see an Eskimo.
yeah, I think one year there was a guy who made it like noticeably farther than everyone else, but for the most part, yeah, like people that you think they come in looking all strong and like, oh, I do this for a living, and then
Well, you
they're
know
out in
what?
4 days.
Was it season one or season two? The guy killed the moose right away.
Yes, the moose. Yep, that
Then
was
he
it.
killed the Wolverine
He had
because the Wolverine was getting, yeah, he would have survived.
so much food he didn't know what to do with. I think he went 100 days.
Yeah. He, that dude probably is the best one that I've seen. Killed the moose,
Stabbed it.
killed the Wolverine. Yeah, there was a guy who did stab a fucking muskox.
Yeah,
What is
great,
that?
great show. How many days do you think you can make it?
So it's a mental thing for me. Well, first off, if I didn't have any Zins, I'd be fucked. That would be the problem for me. I think I would be okay in terms of like hunting, surviving. I actually love the woods. You guys know that. The real kicker in the nuts for me would be the thought of a polar bear because polar bears
Yes.
are like fucking crocodiles. They actively hunt humans. And polar bears, dude, can smell you from fucking like 100 miles away. Fuck that. That would be the kicker at night. I would need a 50 cal rifle on me or a 50 cal rifle. I would need like I don't want bear spray. I'm going to need like
Yeah.
a decent sized rifle. Not that I'll hunt with it, but just for bear protection. Grizzly bears, dude, I'm not trying to fuck around with them either, dude.
Yeah, I'm confident I could build a shelter, get a fire maybe,
So
but
that's the thing. That's the thing that cracks me up about that show too. Is these motherfuckers always set their shit on fire, dude.
yes,
There
they
was a guy
do.
from Fort Collins that did that in one
Yes.
of the seasons, and then he just basically says like, "I'm done." He just calls the. He's
He's
like,
like
"Yeah, my
everything I
shelter's on
built's
fire. I'm out."
gone. Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely dedicate some time into building a badass shelter
Yes.
because mentally, I feel like that would give you a little bit more confidence. Like, okay, no, but nothing's getting in here.
And the
Yeah,
worst is what the seasons where it just rains. I do
yeah,
not like being wet. That would be
yeah,
miserable. I don't
yeah.
like bugs and snakes. So the cold almost might I might prefer the cold weather.
Yeah.
The
Well,
predators
you can
come
ice
out though.
fish, right?
You can
You
ice
got
fish. Yeah.
go out there and ice fish. My thing would be, yeah. There was another chick that went crazy because she was eating the rabbits, and then she wouldn't eat them anymore. And then they were like, "You have food. Why aren't you eating?" She's like, she had like a rabbit hat, and then she like turned into the rabbit queen or some shit. So like mentally, I think it would fuck with me more so than like the
Yes.
survival aspect of it. But you can pack shit, and I've already like. It's funny that we talk about this because I've talked about like what I would do. I would sneak in 10,000 zins in my backpack somehow, some way. I know I'd probably bring a couple. I'd probably try to find out a way to bring some booze out there because honestly, have some fun with it, right?
Yeah.
But I would have withdrawals if I didn't have any zins, so that would be out day two.
Yeah. And you drink the booze by day 4, so it'd be a long. I mean,
Yeah, I
even
wouldn't need the booze. I just think like I would save it for like day 30. I'd be like, it would give me something to look forward to. I'd spread it out. I'd be like day 30, two shooters. Day 60, two
really
shooters. Day
ration.
90, two shooters,
Do,
right?
do you ever watch on YouTube the Outdoor Boys?
Yeah. I'm
Dude,
a remote part of Alaska in the northern tip of the Arctic Circle. That guy? Yeah.
I've spent like next thing you know, it's like nighttime. I've been watching all day. I'm like, what in the hell?
Yeah.
Addicting. I
Yeah.
went through a rabbit hole of
Outdoors
him.
boys.
Yeah.
That dude's a legend, bro. That dude's a legend. Yeah.
Sounds like a crew
Yeah,
talk
that
camping trip this summer.
yes, yes. Ask we'll have to have Ev tell his story about what he did with the machete up there. Because I've taken Ev to a remote island in Granby where my dad dropped us off in a pontoon and we went out there for 3 days, 3 nights. It was super fun, but we brought 400 beers.
Yeah.
I mean, we just got absolutely obliterated. We tried to do the whole let's catch fish and eat. We didn't even catch a fish, so we were like, fuck it. But we all brought the boil in the bags. So, but it was epic though
You
because it was
starved.
it was funny. There was we'll talk about it Wednesday. We'll have Ev tell the story of it rained so fucking bad that it was. There's a story behind it with my dad and my old dog Tango, R.I.P. The funniest fucking story I've ever heard, dude. I'll
Bro,
tell you guys
I can
Wednesday.
only imagine. One time we went out on this really big reservoir up here. Shout out Gerald. He actually has the boat now. It's like one of those inflatable raft boats where you row it. So like me
Yeah.
and my brother are on there. We get out pretty deep. Like we're pretty far from shore because the current started taking us. Katie's on a paddleboard. So and it has the fin underneath. So she's just cruising, doing circles, whatever. It's fine. We see this storm start rolling in. So we're like, okay, we better start paddling back. Well, current really picks up. We're starting to drift back. Like, oh shit, like we're actually
Mm-hmm.
having to try pretty hard here. Well, Katie's just fucking miles ahead of us, just cruising. We have a rope. We start like yelling, "Hey, come back! Let us like tie to you." Doesn't hear us because the wind's too loud. Cruises the shore. Wind picks up. We get drifted to shore. We're stuck in the middle of this lake. It's raining. An hour and a half later, we make it back to shore. Like we were like, should we walk? We started seeing bear poop. No, we shouldn't walk. Back in the water.
Yeah, because y'all have grizzlies up there.
Yes,
You
no
know that, right?
phone. We get back and she's like, "What took you so long?" I'm like, "You left us to die."
Were you pissed?
Oh,
You're all
dude,
pissed.
I was pretty hot when I got. I was like, "What are you doing? Why would you not at least like look back and wonder where we're at?" Or I was like, "What happened when it had been like 20 minutes you hadn't seen us? Like, were you worried we drowned?"
She was like, I couldn't get my hair wet,
Yeah, I'm sure she was
which is
worried, but
true.
yeah,
Which is
so
true.
can't let her lead the way. And I got rid of that boat. Gerald owns it now. Good luck. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Gerald likes camping too. I love a good camp. I will not camp anywhere I know there's grizzlies. Took Luciana ice fishing yesterday. We caught the smallest fucking rainbow trout I've ever caught. It was one fish. We fished 6 hours. We caught one fucking fish.
And you were
Right away. Right away.
you
It's so
catch
funny. We
again, huh?
catch it. Huh?
Eating what you caught again, huh?
She
Darn.
was fired up. She was telling you she was fired up. She wanted to eat it. I was like, this thing's too small. We have to release it. She was pissed. I could not believe we didn't catch anything else. Evergreen Reservoir disappointed me. I'm trying to go again this weekend. So, yeah, camping and fishing though. I got to go upstairs and watch Alone right now. I'm thinking about it. Other than that, we got a couple big games. Shout out to the Nuggets for losing yesterday too. Hockey's back Thursday. NBA, we got Nuggets potentially tomorrow. Dante? No, no Nuggets. Nuggets play Wednesday against the Celtics.
Oh,
Nuggets been losing some games lately, man. I get the injuries, but that'll be a good test, man. I like that. That's on ESPN, 8 o'clock Wednesday. So we need the Nuggets to start getting hot. Other than that, man, keep your eyes out for Sparty Thursday against Purdue. We'll be back Wednesday night. Dante, big bets coming in. We got a buzzball bet of the weekend. I can't tell you what it is, but we got it. So do your research. You hate to go 3-0 on the buzzball bets of the weekend. People are starting to say you like them.
I think we need to adjust the rules on the buzzball. I think it's anyone just brings their best weekend bet. It's got to be plus money because if you make me bet UFC and boxing again, I would. That's like me making you bet NASCAR every week. So
Bubba, top 10. It hits every week. There you go. It's got to be a plus money bet.
I'll
Plus
bring
money
a
bet.
plus money bet. I'll bring a plus money
Maybe we'll
bet.
maybe we'll do a college basketball one. Maybe we'll
Yeah,
do
and,
something else.
and
I'll think of something for you guys.
Katie saw Jordan's buzzball bet, so she wants to do a buzzball bet. Told her
She's in.
can't do
She's
a
in.
buzzball bet if you can't drink a buzzball.
Oh, that's true. But you could drink it for her.
I'll drink
You
it
could
for
drink
her.
it for her.
We'll get her in.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell her to do a little research. It's funny because like
Yeah, they have different mindset than we do, like on how
yeah,
they make their pick.
sometimes it's more surgical.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, my thing was unanimous decision by any fighter. She got a little bit more surgical and said the specific fighter by unanimous decision. He won all 12 rounds. It did start off sketchy, though. I thought that Barrios was going to get knocked out the first 30 seconds, and I was going to have to slam a buzzball. Other than that, W episode. We'll see you guys Wednesday. Have a great week. Dante, get back to work. Shout out to Evan. First day work tomorrow for the guy. Poor bastard. Other than that, big shout out to Gerald, the YouTube legend. Shout out Commerce City, Colorado. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Go Broncos, go Nuggets, go Avs. USA, deuces.